Hi guys, so I'm going to be doing a charm bead tutorial for you today with precious ashes. This is a really cute little charm bead. It has little pink hearts. It's 925 sterling silver. We do make these, but also we have them in a DIY kit too. They're not bulky on your bracelet, so they're nice and small. What we do is, firstly, I've already prepped this, and I am using again my pooch ashes, my precious little ashes from my little man hoodie. What you need to do is you need to score the base like this. I've already done it. This makes sure that your resin has a good surface to adhere to, and also you want to be using a resin with a low shrink rate. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a little bit of my pink tack, usually blue tack, isn't it? Well, I went for pink typically. We're going to pop it on there like that, just so it's straight and secure. I've already placed my precious ashes on a piece of card here. You can, if your ashes are too big, because really for this, because I'm going to be doing a solid base setting, so you'll need, if they're very large grains of ashes, you will need to make them a little bit finer, whereas when we do pieces that are the translucent tint, we can have them a little bit chunkier. That's fine. But so that's all scratched up now. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to get my UV resin, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of UV resin on a little piece of card here like that. There we go. Now I am going to be using, I think I will be using a pink mica powder for this one, just because the diamantes are pink. So, and I'm also going to show you how I put a little bit of sparkle into it too, with a little bit of glitter. A lot of companies, some companies use diamond dust, and which I tried the diamond dust. It was quite nice, but it didn't really add any sparkle, not quite like glitter does anyway. And I sometimes like, and sometimes my customers like to have a little bit of sparkle. So you're just going to mix in the mica powder into the UV resin. Like that. You don't want to add too much, but we do want to cover the base so that we don't see the silver at the bottom. Like that, like that, like that. You have to excuse me, I'm not the greatest talker or filmmaker. I'm just showing you guys in hopes that you'll be able to maybe make your own jewellery, or learn something new. So we're going to pop a little bit, only a tiny bit, because UV resin needs to be built up into layers, and we're going to spread that around in our base like that. This base is actually quite a shallow base, so we do want to have that silver covered so it doesn't look unsightly. That's the first layer gone on there like that now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that now to my UV lamp, and I'm going to cure that for approximately 4 minutes, and I will be back. So now that's had a 4-minute cure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my resin again, and I am just going to put an extra very thin layer on the bottom there. Like this. Like I said in my other videos, never let anybody tell you that you can't achieve anything. I actually left school at 13 and spent my teenage years in children's homes. I left school with no qualifications through no fault of my own. I was adopted, and I didn't have the greatest parents in the world. They were quite abusive. My mum actually passed away from cancer, and my dad to suicide. You know, so I've been through a lot, and a lot of, you know, limiting beliefs about myself, and never thought I would achieve or accomplish anything. And I did a lot of work on myself, personal development and stuff like that. And never ever dreamed that I would start my own business. But, you know, it's just proof that it doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of money, or you think that you're not smart enough, or whatever the reason might be. Everybody's capable of achieving great things. Everybody is. And like I said, don't let anybody ever tell you any different. So we've got thin layer, another thin layer on there now. So I am going to go and cure that again. What I will do though first is I am going to pop any bubbles with a flame. Just very, very quickly over the top. Before I go to cure that, I am actually going to add a tiny little bit of sparkle. So we've got some sparkle here while it's still wet, and I'm just going to put a little bit of sparkle on there like that. It looks really nice when it's actually cured and it's got the final layer, top coat layer on, and it just has that little bit of magic to it. Not everybody likes a bit of sparkle, but I like a little bit of sparkle. So you're just going to spread that around there like that. That's if you're having any sparkle at all. If not, then you just put it straight under the UV lamp. Right, so I'm going to go to my UV lamp, and I'm going to cure that for 4 minutes. So that's now cured. So what we're going to do now is a very, very thin, very, very, very thin, even if it doesn't even cover the whole of that surface, just very, very thin, because we don't want to be going over the top. Thin, thin, clear layer ready for our ashes. So here we go. We're going to pick up our little ashes, and it's very important the ashes that you put in this specific base are quite fine, because the base is, like I said, the base is quite shallow, so you're not going to want to have them sticking up. And you can take your time. You don't have to rush. And see this piece of ash here. You just need to arrange your little pieces of ashes to how you like them. It really is rewarding doing this as a business, because just to bring that little bit of comfort to people's lives, you know. I hope I do. Anyway, I mean, not all the time. We're always going to get it right, are we? But we're only human. And, you know, never ever be afraid to start something because you think you might fail, or you think you might do something wrong. Because like I said, we're all human. the end of the day. So we're just going to arrange the ashes to how we want to have them. It's just quite difficult for me actually, because I have a really big, I have a camera right in front of my face. So it's a bit hard while I'm doing a tutorial to see what I'm actually doing. But I'm doing my best. And if it helps you guys and lets you learn something, then I've done my job. So there we go. So now I've popped in my precious ashes. I am going to take this and give it a cure underneath my lamp for 4 minutes. So that's now cured. You've got your beautiful ashes. Oh, sorry, that's Bobo. That's my little man, Bobo. He's a chihuahua. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put a fine layer on of UV resin to top coat it. So we're going to put a clear coat on here now, a very fine clear coat. If you do this fine clear coat, and then the next phase will be the final clear coat. And I'm going to take that over to the UV lamp now and cure it for 4 minutes. That has now cured. So now what I'm going to do is I'm picking it up so you can see it better. I am going to get my UV resin again, clear. And I am just going to pop some in the top there like that. Again, you do not want to have it so it's really domed on top, just a little dome. And I pick it up, so when you pick it up you can have a look from all angles to see if it's got any gaps, because you don't want it drying with gaps, and they're not always easy to see. I actually wear magnifying glasses. I actually find they're better than my prescription glasses, so I use magnifying glasses when I'm working. It's probably why I get headaches, to be honest with you, but because they're not my prescription, like I said, but they do work well for me. There we go. We've got our top coat on there, and then you're going to look from all angles. See, you can probably see there's some gaps, so you're just going to rectify that. With your cocktail stick, take your time. This isn't going to dry, so you can take your time. Make sure there's no lumps and make sure none of the ashes are poking up. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I am going to leave that to sit for 10 minutes. And the reason why we're going to leave that to sit for 10 minutes and not put it straight underneath the lamp is because we want it crystal clear without any bubbles. So what you're going to do is you're going to flame the top quickly with the lighter. Let it sit for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you're going to put it under the UV lamp, but you're not going to put it under the UV lamp so it's close. You're going to hold the UV lamp up about 1 metre away from the charm bead. This is because it tends, you want to cure it slowly, and it tends to give a nicer finish. Whereas when it's up close straight away on the final finish, it can leave some unsightly marks. So that's what we do. So we leave this for 10 minutes. We get the UV lamp on after 10 minutes, hold it up 1 metre from the charm, Then we're going to put it down on the charm as normal for a further 4 minutes. So when that's done, I'll come back and I will show you. So here we have it, our final finished piece. You can see the sparkles there, and the little ashes. I like to do them really fine. I don't like that dotted uniform look. I like to have a little bit of a fine scattering of them. That's really pretty. I'm going to turn the light on in a minute so you can see. Hopefully maybe see it sparkle a little bit more. But this sparkles way better than the diamond dust does. I don't know though. Let me know your thoughts if you've got a piece of jewellery with diamond dust. Let me turn the light on. See if you can see the sparkle any better with the lights. Probably not. No. No, it doesn't really sparkle that well with the light on, does it? But it is really, really sparkly. And we go. Precious Ashes charm bead. And this is a nice dainty little petite size as well. Some charm beads can be really chunky and not fit in with the rest of your charms on your Pandora bracelet. But these fit in quite nicely. They're 925 silver. Yeah, like I said, they're a really nice size. We will be doing this as a DIY kit as well, but we also make them. So there you go. And I wish you lots of love and luck.